So this video is all about elevation. That's really what I'm focused on, elevation. And look, let me put myself in there real quick. Hold on. So look, we finna have this magical conversation or rare dialogue. Let me breathe and catch my breath. Okay, let's see. So this is all about the energy. It's all about you creating the flow, or you creating the world that you want to create. This world is for you to create. First off, so soon as you wake up, you want to make sure that you exercise. But soon as you wake up, you want to make sure that you highlight rare qualities or your rare uniqueness. So you want to stay reminded of anything that's positive or anything that's connected to gratitude. Early in the day, the most important focus is you. You are the most important focus early in the day. No one has your mindset. No one has your combination of thinking patterns. So every person has a unique way of formulating different thoughts or different perspectives or different concepts. But every person has their own unique pattern of thinking. So like every single day, every single morning, you want to tap into your rare uniqueness. You want to tap into that magical flow. You want to get into your zone. But you also want to tap into your higher dimensional self. You want to make a quantum leap, but you also want to bring that high level of gratitude and positivity to the morning, but also to the day. And you the flame that you want to see. You the fire that you have to be. You the magic that you want to see. You the magic that you have to be in order to see what you want to see. But the key is this. The key is you. Self-mastery is self-control. It's all about thought control, emotional control, and behavioral control. But when you wake up, you want to have a high level of clarity about what makes you rare, what makes you unique, what makes you different, what makes you special, what makes you genuine, what makes you real. It's just like with being real. Real is all about self-commitment. It's all about you being committed towards yourself. You keeping commitments towards other people, but you also being dedicated towards your path. That's what self-commitment is all about. Now, self-trust is self-confidence. Self-confidence is self-trust. Now, self-confidence is all about you trusting in you, but it's also you trusting in your abilities, your skills, your performance, your appearance, and your ability to execute with ease or effectively. But confidence is more so about you projecting a positive expectation that you expect to perceive in the coming future. Now, self-doubt is when a person bet on themselves to lose. But self-confidence is when you bet on yourself to win, to elevate past everything that took place in the past. But you can be holding on to the past, and that can create energetic blockages that could really keep you biologically in a low vibrational state, and you can be perceiving your lack. You can be anticipating lack. Because the more you worry, then a less and less you trust. But to worry is to lack trust in God. But to trust is the trust in God. But to trust in the God within you, or the God is within you. But you've been through so much in life. You've been through so much this last week. You've been through so much this whole year. But guess what? Today ain't yesterday. Today ain't last week. Today is not last month. So it don't matter about yesterday. It doesn't matter about last week. It doesn't matter about 3, 4, 5 seconds ago. It doesn't even matter if you woke up thinking negative. It doesn't even matter if somebody is... See, you have to understand your name, your path, your future is going to far supersede your past. Don't judge yourself too soon. Don't be too quick to put yourself in a box and to diminish your value because of somebody else's lack of vision to see your own value. Don't filter or process your value through somebody else's interpretation of their world or you within their world. But it's you within their world. What is their world? Their world is not as magical as yours. Their world is not as positive as yours. So if you're filtering or you're perceiving yourself through somebody else's perception of you or somebody else's thoughts about you, then you're incorporating their world into your world. Now, their electromagnetic energy field information coding is becoming your information. Now you're allowing other thoughts or someone else's experiences to become your experience. You ever talk to a person, you feel their energy, And when you talk to a person, it can do one or two things, right? It can lower your energy, drop your energy, or you can notice the hindrance in your energetic expression, because sometimes when the energy is off, you can be attempting to express your truth or express yourself, but it can feel like a blockage. It can feel like it's a strong energy that's trying to grab your throat and that's trying to really stop you from voicing your expression of truth. Now, the more you relax and you become, and the more and more you run towards it, not from it, run towards it. The more you run towards it, then the more you embrace it. But see, when you project your willpower, that's how you make your intent manifest into this world, through action, through intent, through being intentional, but also by you being courageous, you being bold, you being authentically serious-minded towards your goal. So when you have a goal, you must be comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. I expect negativity today. I expect challenges today. But I expect doubt today. But guess what? I always bet on myself to win. So I expect to see more positivity than negativity. I expect to highlight all of my wins more than my losses. I expect to create a positive feedback loop from me just highlighting all of my multiple different small successes. But the more you just focus on the most important focus, which is your small achievements, then you have a record consciously but subconsciously of yourself winning at so many different small things that is so big within your psyche, within your conscious, within your mind. So you bigger than what you know. Your expression is stronger than what you know. Your unique way of formulating different thought patterns is more unique than you know. Your voice, when you speak, it's more different and it's more ancient and it's more unique than you know. Or then you may realize. See, a lot of times we have more, we really have more than enough. A lot of times you can have all of what you need to put yourself in a greater situation, but you cannot be utilizing all of what you need because you want someone to make it easy for you. You want somebody to understand your pain. You want somebody to feel what you've been feeling. You want somebody to understand your hurt. You want somebody to give you the love that you haven't been giving yourself or other people haven't been giving to you. But it's for you to give that love to you. It's for you to take control of how you feel about you. Now, self-control is the best control. Self-mastery is self-control. And self-mastery is all about you controlling your thinking so you can control how you feel. Because when you think, your thoughts produce chemicals, which are emotions, which are negative or positive. But it's all based upon what you choose to highlight early in the day. Now, the beginning of the day, it has a ripple effect all throughout the day, but it's all based around your previous thinking before you went to sleep, as well as the selective amount of thoughts that you can utilize to pull from. Now, I have multiple different positive past achievements and many different positive past memories, or multiple different rare qualities that I can utilize and I can pull from as a tool of reference or a point of reference in order to utilize early in the day to amplify and to maximize my energetic electromagnetic energy field or my confidence. So I have a different, every person has a unique approach to putting themselves in a certain state or a certain zone or a certain flow, right? So it could be reading, it can be deep thinking, deep intentional thinking early in the day. It can be meditation. It can be deep breathing. It can be anything from exercising, running, reading, thinking, watching videos. But you want to engage your psyche early in the morning, early in the day into something mentally challenging so that you can help expand your neural activity, your mental quickness, your mental energy, your mental clarity, so that you can be even more eloquent and excellent and articulate and clever and genius and effective and efficient and dedicated while bringing that fire towards your goal, towards your dream, because it's more so about you than it is about me. My vision is my vision, but I'm projecting my world, and out of my world, you're going to create things out of your world, and it's going to speak to you and your soul and your spirit and your heart for your path. But understand, your path is your path. They don't have to ask to see what God is able to see within you on your path. Like the quote says, don't go where the path may lead, but go where there's no path at all and leave a trail. So don't go where the path may lead. Go where there's no path at all and leave a trail. So create your own version of success. Create your own path towards your goal. But don't conform to somebody else's standard. Don't conform to being average, to being normal. Don't bring that same level of energy to the day that you brought 2, 3, 4 days ago. Bring a higher level of energy. Bring a higher level of confidence. See, sometimes we can lack self-confidence. Sometimes we can have the results. And we can have the results. We can have the positive feedback. We can have the credentials. We can have the achievements. And all of these different reasons of why we should perceive ourselves up here. But we can still be worried about what people think down here. But why is that? Because we incorporate somebody else's thinking into our thinking. So we filter our success, or we downplay our success because they haven't upplayed our success. So when you're a kid, you naturally seek, as a kid, as a child, you naturally want attention, affection, support, encouragement. So when you don't get that, you go throughout life and you want to be accepted. You want some level of recognition of your achievements. And if your mom don't give it to you, if your dad don't give it to you, if your sister don't give it to you, then it probably don't even matter if the college degree gave it to you, because your mama still ain't give it to you. So on the inside, the world then gave it to you, the recognition of your value, of your greatness, but you may still feel like you're incomplete or something is missing within because of something from the past that's deeply holding you back from transcending your old outdated way of thinking. So you want to create a more new, elevated, unique way of thinking, but first you have to go out your way to combine multiple different thinking patterns in order to generate a new solution-based way of thinking. Because when you have a solution-based mindset, then you block out problems. Now, if a person has a problem-based focus, then they block out solutions. And they focus on problems more than solutions. Now, if you know a person that's a problem finder is a person who naturally sits back and they scan the environment and they seek to find all of the negativity, or they seek to find all of your flaws, or they seek to find all of your mistakes. You can have a child, and I noticed this, I study a lot of child psychology, right? And you can have a child, and in some cases, some parents may not want the child to be too happy. May not want the child to be too happy. Like, you too happy. You need a damn whipping or something, right? So this is dysfunction, right? Dysfunctional. But we're all people we're all living in America. We're black people in America going through a similar situation in multiple different ways, right? But we come from, not from the struggle. We come from royalty. Let's get this shit straight. We don't come from the struggle. We come from royalty. We come from ancient kings, queens, empresses, the first doctors, the first scientists, the first dentists, the first mathematicians, the first scientists. We started the concept of thinking patterns. And our ancestors, your DNA, your true essence, your true existence far supersedes the concept of thinking or even speaking. Your true essence, your true self is beyond words. Your true self, let me slow down. The point is this. If you was never, as a child, if you wasn't able to really be as happy as you preferred, then when you get older and you see the next person or somebody else see the next person happy, or a baby, that happiness can intimidate them. That happiness can make them jealous. That happiness can make them hateful and envy, and they can rationalize why that baby deserved that spanking. But really, that baby is too happy for them. And they don't like that. The reason they don't like it is because that baby is getting away with stuff they got punished for. So if they got punished for being free, then they look at that baby like, how dare you be more happy than me? How dare you make a mistake, get a whooping, and start back smiling? How dare you, So what I'm saying is this. The point is this. I'm not going to stay on that. The point is this. The more you have a solution-based focus, or the more you wake up and make sure you dwell on positivity, high vibrational thoughts, magical thoughts, your rare achievements, your rare qualities, or even if you just highlight how you open the door, or how you take care of your hygiene, you jump in the shower, you take care of your hair, you take care of your skin, right? you read, you think, you get into a deep mental zone. All of these things are different things that you should highlight early in the day, but all throughout the day of all of your small successes. See, the reason why most people achieve so many different things and they're so powerful and they have so much confidence one day, and then the other days we don't have that much confidence as other days, the reason is because we're always waiting on that big success, that car, that large amount of money, the paycheck, the new house, the new recognition. We're always looking for something so major that we miss the big things because we don't realize that the small things are the big things that makes up the gigantic blessings, or the gigantic, beautiful, magical world that we perceive is a reflection of all of the small things. Even if you look at a phone, right? Even if somebody made this, right? You have to understand that the person who made the phone, they have to start with the details. They have to start at the small in order to maximize. So in other words, everything around you is made up of atoms. Everything is atoms. So everything is how can I say it? The small things are the big things. In other words, you get my point. You catch my drift, right? The small things are the big things. So what I'm saying is this: that love you've been bringing to the planet, all of that positivity, all of that consideration. You can be so considerate. You can be super considerate. You can be super positive. You could be one of the most positive people that most people know that you're around. You could be one of the most positive people in your family. But guess what? If they don't highlight your greatness, and if you don't highlight all of your small successes, then you feel like you ain't even do that much, even though you did way more than what you can even give yourself credit or even imagine that you have even accomplished. So really, honestly, there's so many different reasons for you to be highly confident about who you are. It's so many different reasons for you to be highly magnetic and attractive and charming and enthusiastic and exciting and magnetic and joyful and loving and confident. It's so many different reasons for you to feel confident. But if you don't highlight all of your small achievements, then you're going to miss. It's all about delayed gratification. It's some habits you have to release. But you have to practice self-mastery. Self-mastery is self-control, which is thought control, emotional control, and behavioral control. So it's all about you controlling your thinking. Your thoughts produce emotions. Your emotions determine how you feel and how you behave. So the more you have a clear, accurate thought or an accurate point of view of yourself, then your emotions can be in sync with your thoughts. So your thoughts, your brain, your heart, and your gut is all in sync, which creates this rhythmic communication in the form of your hand gestures or your hand movements or your performance skills or your excellence. But it's a reflection of a synchronization of different aspects of your biological functions or your functionality. But when you study your functionality down to a detail and you make sure you bring a certain rhythm or you bring a certain speed, or you study your breathing or your thinking about your thinking, or you just study your body posture early in the day, then you can project your Kundalini energy. Like, I purposely wake up and I put myself in a certain stance and I force myself to stay still, right? Now, naturally, or not even naturally, sometimes your energy can be too scattered. Sometimes you have to slow down and be still. So, let me see. Everything is light, atoms, particles. Yes. Beautiful rising. Great royal rising. Shout out to you. Shout out to all of my soul sisters. What's the word? Let me see. Far super seeds. Shout out to you. Hey, when I say like wanting your existence validated, look, I'm gonna tell you this. It doesn't matter what somebody say about you. It don't matter what they don't say about you. It don't matter. See, the only thing that matters is your kids, your goals, money, success, your community, your future, your vision. But your past ain't got shit to do. It ain't got that much to do with where you headed or where you going. It does, but then again, it doesn't. So what I'm saying is this. When you study ancient texts or ancient traditions and what they speak about this day and time, right? They spoke about the planetary cycles, right? And the more this cycle, it drifts away from the mother god or the galaxy core or the magnetic fields, then the more it drifts away, then the more we feel disconnected. The more it's chaos on the planet, then the more and more is chemical imbalances, or it's war, or it's a lack of love and consideration or empathy on the planet. Anytime we drift away from that galaxy core or that energetic center, right? So at the core of who we are is this extremely electromagnetic being. So even when they spoke about Christ, even when they spoke about Jesus, he also told you that you can do exactly what he can do. But Jesus also is a representation of something astrological, something cosmological, something taking place spiritually in the heavens that's taking place within you. So you may look at your daughter, you may look at your niece, you may look at your little cousin, you may look at yourself, and you see these rare ancient eyes. And you can already see within your niece, within your daughter, you can see the future in their eyes. Because they come from the future. The future is the past and the past is the future. Turn back around and then again it's not, but then again it is, right? So look at it this way. If you understand the past, then you can predict the future. So like if you had a cycle, right? So like it's certain habits that been within my family, right? So when I look at the past, I can already predict the future of my life. Even if I look at my past few relationships, I can look at the prediction of why the second relationship was similar to that first relationship and why the third relationship was similar to that first and that second relationship. So I can connect my present or my future to my past, and I can look at my past in order to predict my future. So one thing that's known when it comes to deep scientific research or research about ancient texts, speaking about predicting the future or being able to tell the future by looking at the past. When you look at the past, what you're looking for, you're looking a pattern. You're looking for a pattern, for one. Now, that pattern is predictable and also unpredictable. So what does that mean? It means that whatever took place in the past is going to take place again to some extent. It's a natural cycle, right? So even us having a rise in a fall was already predictable. The ancient Egyptians, the ancient Kemites, they already had prophets that saw into the future and already saw that in the next world. And when they say that it's the end of the world, they mean it's the end of a certain cosmic cycle, right? So this is like what the Mayans say is like the sixth world. This is like the sixth world. So we done already been through like 5 other world ages. So sometimes they may say the new age spirituality, right? But it's really ancient teachings and ancient texts. And that's just a word play on something ancient as if it's new. But it's not new age, right? But it is a new day and age. Don't get me wrong. It is a new day and age. It's a new world. But within this new world, it's the new cycle of love. So that means that the cycle, it was going down. So everything you've been experiencing from over the last 20 years, over the last 10 years, you've been experiencing this cycle coming back around. So just think about it. In 2010, 2012, you probably went through a lot of shit when you was a shorty. 2006, 2007. Now, don't get me wrong. We had a lot of fun on the planet back in 07, 08, 09, 06, 02, 04, 05. Shit, it was a lot of fun. And then even in 2012 and 2010, shit started to change around 2010 when we hit like that twin. It went from 2009, 2008, remember in 2007, we was excited for 2008. I promise you. By the time 2009, we even more excited. It's like we got that 9 frequency. Then we almost to that double digit, that 10. We got 2010. Then it was 11. Then it was 12. So from 2012 to 2021, that was the complete transition from that cycle to the next. So 2012, when they said that it was going to be the end of the world in 2012, what they was talking about was that cycle. The cycle that was shifting, going in one direction, is now transitioning and coming back full circle. So how can I say it? Picture an 8. Look at the number 8, right? And let's say you have a number 8, and at the center of the 8, you can go around and you can get closer away from the center of the 8. Remember, in the middle of the 8 It's the interconnected aspect of the number 8. But that's the core of who we are. Now, the cycle, let's say this is the 8, this is the bottom of the 8, right? This is the bottom of 8, and this is the top of the 8, right? This is the middle of the number 8. Now, in the middle is what we had, where we lived as kings and queens, royalty here upon earth. But as we drift away, we got further away, but we're coming back around. So that's what the end of the world is speaking about. When you get so far away from God, then everything up on the planet look like almost as if the devil is winning. Or it's so much chaos, it's so much negativity, it's heartbreak, it's greed, it's war, it's so much negativity, right? The root of all negativity comes from a lack of self-love. The root of all negativity comes from a lack of self-acceptance. The root of all negativity comes from a lack of gratitude, scientifically. Well, these my scientific observation anyways, right? So what I'm saying is this. When we transition, we left a part of our ancient memories. So who you are in this cycle coming back around, you're revealing yourself to yourself. So you knew yourself, but then you forgot yourself, and then you created yourself out of yourself, and you manifested yourself back into yourself on earth. And then you saw you was, remember, this is the middle of the 8, but as you drifted away, you then forgot yourself. Now you coming back to yourself. Now, as you come back to your ancient memory, you're now tapping into higher dimensions, and you're now coming back full circle. So now everything is now coming back to the oneness. That's why it was so much disconnection, a lack of unity, a lack of togetherness, separation on the planet. But then as we come back around, it's more togetherness. All races cannot exist upon a planet when we get closer towards the source. Because as melanated African people, we are the most hot, we are the most electromagnetic people on the planet Earth. So as this cycle gets back and we return back to the galaxy core, and we return back to Mother God, aka Father God, but Mother God to be correct, right? But as we return back to the Great Mother, we're transitioning back into a higher state of, or a higher frequency on this dimension. So you're going to see so many different new signs, so many different new synchronicities over the next few weeks. You're going to have a lot of spiritual upgrades this summer. This summer, you're going to do some things that's unbelievable. You're going to speak in a certain way. You're going to think in a certain way that's unbelievable. It's certain things that you're going to do this year that's far beyond what you can even anticipate for yourself. So every day you wake up, you're going to feel something new within yourself. And then also, I'm going to tell you this. So in other words, the sun is not getting closer to the earth. The earth is getting closer towards the sun. So it's not the other way around. The sun is not getting closer towards the earth is getting closer towards the sun. So the sun is the most electromagnetic force that pulls everything. So everything revolves around the sun. The sun go this way, the moon, the planets follow the sun, right? It's a synchronized combination, right? But your energy, when you walk into the store or you walk into the room and you purposely woke up early in the day and you predetermined what feeling you wanted to feel before you left out the crib, then you go out the crib with that boss energy, on that boss frequency, with a boss mindset, but you intentionally project your strong electromagnetic energy field, or when you can feel your energy so much that you know that other people feel your energy, then you walk into the store and you have a gravitational pull that pulls everything to you. And everything that's low vibrational, it want to stay away from you because they see that smile, but they don't want to see that frown, right? But the sleeping giant is who you truly are. Not all of the negativity, right? But some of that negativity is you. So, a lot of it is not you. The doubt, the negative thoughts. Remember, you could be so intelligent that you can be intelligently negative. You could be so intelligent. You could be so intelligent at downplaying yourself. You're like a lawyer. You're defending your lower self. You're presenting this case. Oh yeah, this is why I should think less of myself. This is why I should doubt myself. yeah, Judge, yeah, he's not ready to achieve this. He made this mistake. He got this wrong. He got that wrong. He been fucking up for 10 years of his life. He's in his own mental, he's in his own mental jail, Your Honor. And, so the judge is God, aka your higher self, judging your lower self. Now your lower self is taking up for itself. Your lower self has created another self of the self. So not only do you have multiple different parts of you, or not only do you exist on multiple different energetic vibrational levels, you have a part of you that is also defending another lower part of you. So you ever had the results, the field, super confident, but you still trying to rationalize why you have an anxiety, or you still trying to overcome an anxiety, right? But you can be trying to overcome something you never had to overcome. That probably went over some of y'all head, right? But you can be trying to overcome something you never had to overcome. So now you're defending something that doesn't need to be defended. So now you're in an everlasting recycling loop of creating a problem out of no problem. Because a problem, it's not a problem that it's a problem, but it's a problem that you make the problem a problem. A lot of people have problems every single day that don't see problems as a problem every single day. So if your problem is a problem to you, but my problem is not a problem to me, then shit, we ain't got the same kind of problems. Even if it's the same situation, we can both look at that same situation from two different points of views. So have you ever thought that all of the shit you've been going through over the last month is somebody else that's going through the exact same thing, but they looking at the shit from another point of view? If you feel confident today and you feel more like yourself, do you understand that if somebody today who was feeling confidence for weeks and weeks and weeks, and now today they're not feeling like they self? Do you know that even if you wasn't feeling like yourself for weeks and now you feeling more so like yourself, do you know that there's certain people who still don't feel like they self? See, some people committed suicide in this day and time. Some people didn't have the mental strength to keep going like you kept going. Even if you used the habits, even if you had a crutch, even if you had different coping mechanisms, even if you had different escape mechanisms, it doesn't matter as long as you stayed up in the game. The game is not over with. So you was born to win. Bet on yourself to win. Don't bet on yourself to lose. Don't believe in doubt. The more you believe in doubt, the more you believe in everything working against you. The more you worry, the more you lack trust in God. But the more you trust, then the more you trust in God. Remember, God believes in you even if you don't believe in you. Your mama believe in you. Your daddy believe in you. Even if they can't even say it. Even if they can't even show you that they believe in them enough to say that they believe in you. Believe me, they believe in you. And even if they want to, see, you have to understand, we love to love, but people can love to hate. See, people don't try to pull it down on nobody, only a somebody. I'm going to say it again. People don't attempt to pull it down on nobody, only a somebody. So when you're a somebody, you have to live like your voice, your thoughts, your energy, your time is important. Don't waste your time on lit shit, because it's unless it's success, unless you highlighting all of your rare qualities or your rare characteristics. But when you highlight your successes, your achievements, oh, that's key. But when it comes to lit shit like problems, negativity, somebody else's thoughts, remember, somebody else's thinking doesn't matter without your thinking it about their thinking. Somebody else's thoughts doesn't matter without your thoughts about their thoughts. But it's not about their thoughts. It's about what is your thoughts about their thoughts. Or don't even contemplate certain thoughts. Why are you even contemplating how to overcome certain things is the question. It's not about, oh, I'm going through this and I'm tired of going through this. I've been feeling this way. I'm tired of feeling. If you've been feeling that way, then you don't even know who you are. Because the more you know who you are, then the more you know you cannot feel a certain kind of way. But it's another part of you that thinks that it's you, that attempts to validate itself through attaching itself to insecurity, doubt, negative thoughts, negative thinking, somebody else's opinion, somebody else's thoughts, negative past mistakes, so-called negative past mistakes. What you think you did in the past or what you see as negative in the past, somebody else look at that shit and don't even see it as being that bad to them. And they went through the same shit that you went through or the other person went through, but they don't even see it as being that bad. Why? Because it's all about point of view. It's all about perspective. So you can be judging yourself and beating yourself up. God is saying this because I made this mistake. God ain't saying none of that shit. You telling yourself what God is saying. You saying that God is saying, oh, I can't get my blessings because of this. Oh, I can't do this because of that. oh, I'm getting this karma because of this. No, you putting a hex on yourself. You putting a spell on yourself. You bringing karma to yourself. So you define a situation. A situation don't define itself. And most importantly, don't define me and it don't define you. So upgrade your point of view of yourself. And then a book of reading. Whew. Check this out, right? So pull a card, right? So let me see what card I got. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Hey, the elf. So look, first off, I got this first card, the Four of Pentacles, right? The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. And her name is, please don't ask me to say it, but it relates to DNA. And her name has DNA in it, right? So this is speaking about you shedding skin, you transforming, you going through multiple different layers to get to your true higher self. And then in the midst of it, you have to watch out and make sure you're not being snaked. Because as you going towards your goal, it can be a certain old skin that you need to shed or a certain spirit that's interfering with you reaching your goal. But whatever that energy is, that snakery energy, one moment is good, one moment is bad. You need to cut it out. You need to create more time for your vision. You need to create more time for your goal. You need to get more serious and get more focused and focus on the most important focus, which is your dreams, your visions, your systematic plans of action towards your dreams and your visions. But don't waste time. Don't waste time and spend your time with people that add value to your world, to your conversation, to your mindset, but also to your pockets. But don't waste your time. 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. So this is all about structure. So you need more structure. You need more order. You need to make sure that you're more systematic. You're more detail oriented. Don't try to incorporate the same old habits or the same old daily routines. Keep some of it, but bring a new energy to how you approach your daily routine and bring a higher level of dedication. Be even more energized, dedicated, enthusiastic, and also be even more determined to execute with action. Don't you talk too much. Stop talking and be about that action. Hey, remember, the reason you made it this far is because you're about that action. So don't lose yourself in talking too much. But don't lose yourself in not talking enough, because you got a voice that needs to be heard. You got a story that needs to be told. You got thoughts that's magical and gold. Let me stop. But so look, I don't want to pull this card, and I don't know what every card means, right? This is a new deck, right? Let me see what other card I got. Let me see what the comments say, right? It's totally counterproductive to your purpose. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, shout out to you. It definitely makes a difference. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, shit. Hold on, y'all. But it's all about just realizing that this is a magical world. This world is a super magical world. That's really what it is. It's a super, super magical world. This world is trying to help you elevate to a higher frequency, to a higher dimension. But you have to understand that this is all about understanding the planetary alignments. That's why astrology is so important. That's why just even understanding your birth chart or getting your birth time is also key and essential. Now, I do numerology readings. Even if you get a numerology reading, if you give me your birthday and I break down your life path number, you give me your name, I break down the energetic frequency of your name. Your name holds a lot of different keys when it comes to how people treat you, how they respond to you, how they say their name. They say your name with a certain energy that's different from others, that stands out more than others. But also, when you look at numerology, right, you're looking at, let's say, hold on, let me see. But every person was born with their own energetic signature. Every person was born with their own energetic coding. So when God made sure that you've manifested into the physical, or when you created yourself out of yourself, You planted yourself into the earth in order to create a different version of yourself on the earth with a different coding from the you or many different other versions of you, right? But with that being said, I'm saying all of that to say that your coding, it has a lot of different secrets and a whole lot of, like, even today is the 22nd. I'm born 222. So you have a connection to the number 22nd. You have a connection to the number 222. So like, usually when a person get a reading from me, they usually had a previous what's the word, synchronicity or pattern of synchronicity of the repetitive perception of the number 222. So by the time they get a reading from me, I can already foresee and predict that they went through a certain pattern that led up to them getting a reading from me. Now, I know that just from a psychic, me knowing that just from me being a spiritual teacher and me just studying the different patterns. But you're going to notice multiple different patterns that's going to allow you to really foresee or to predict the future if you know what to look at. So you can look at the past, like even if a person, it's many people who've been through many different things that you've been through, but it's many different ways it's going to play out in the future in the long run. Now, when you look at the past, you can hear many different stories of a person being in a similar situation such as yours. And you can say to yourself, like, I hope it turned out like that for me down the line. Or what if it don't? Or what if it do? Or what if, like, so you can think of multiple different, you can hear many different points of views or more, pardon me, you can hear multiple different analogies or multiple different other people's experiences and perspectives and perceptions about their life, and they could have been through something just like you. It could be 5 people who've been through 5 different things, the same thing. 5 people been through the same thing, and they all have different unique outcomes of that one situation. So when you're talking about predicting the future and studying the past in order to predict the future, then you must know what to look at. You must trust in what your heart, what your spirit brings you to. Because your heart is trying to bring you to something in the past to help you see something in the future. So you can really foresee it, but so you can also predict it. So you could be worrying about your future, but your future can already be predicted that you're going to win. Your future is already predicted that you're going to win. But if you don't know that, then you can set yourself up for failure and not have the motivation that you're supposed to have. And you can work against your path and you can lose. And it cannot work out. So you can be doubting yourself and be like, man, I'm tired of going through this and da-da-da-da-da. But really, you can just be downplaying your achievements, your greatness, your redness, your positivity, your big heart, your rare spirit. I was trying to pin my Cash App. They won't let me do it. They let me do it now. Oh, okay, cool. So let's see. Okay, cool. So look, this key, this powerful. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So look, I'm gonna read this to y'all. And this card, this is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's a Mandragora. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. So this is a very unique deck. So tell me what you see when you look at this. What do you see? What you see? Cause I can tell. Oh shit. Woo. Oh baby. My other cards fell. So hold on, y'all. I got y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. I dropped my cards. I dropped my other cards. But that all happened for a spiritual reason too. So let's see what the cards have in store for y'all. Oh, the Lovers. Oh yeah. So this is something about love. Somebody in love. I see somebody life is about to change when it comes to love. But then I see the Devil card. I see the Lovers card. But I also see the Chariot. Woo! So I see a lot of magical cards here. So let me see. Let's get it. So, okay. So let's see, y'all. Hold on, thank y'all for y'all patience. Okay, I'm back like I never left. So check it out. So first off, the first card, hold on, let me see. Not this card, right? Hold on, this one of the cards too. Damn, what card? Oh, it's another deck. So everything is fine, first off. Everything is fine. So you can feel like over the last few weeks you've been having like, you could just feel like life just been kicking you up in the ass. You can feel like shit, you've been at your lowest. You can feel like you've been scared. You can feel like your heart been jumping out your chest. You can feel like you can feel like you could have been feeling like shit. You've been nervous, you've been scared, you ain't been feeling like you had the energy, the confidence to be the greatest you. You could have been feeling like you've been lacking in willpower. You could have been feeling like something took your flame away. You could have been feeling like you would never be the same, or you would never be the you that you knew how to be again. And hey, that's a good thing. You don't never want to be that you again. You want to be that version of you, but a more elevated version of you. But you don't want to be that version of you. No, you don't want to waste your time being the same old you that you've been for so long. If you're still trying to get back to that old version of you, then you're not even ready for the new version of you, or the new life, or that new blessing, that new amount of money, or that new foundation, or that new lifestyle, that new house, that new car. All of that is coming, but you have to trust and know that everything is fine. Everything is fine. And then I'm going to tell you something. When you look at it, one, you got 4, 8. So it's 10 swords, right? And not only do you got 10 swords, the number 10, it relates to God. So when you're dealing with the number 10, you're relating it to the number God. So God, this is talking about all possibilities. This is saying that no matter what happens to you, it's not happening to you because it's only meant to push the true you out of your flesh. So God or life had to push you to be your truest self. So life is trying to push you to get past dwelling on the pain. Redirect your attention. Focus on your vision. Focus on another dimension. You see her? She's laying down. Even though she was in pain, she now altered her perception and now she's in another dimension. So now her focus has been redirected. So even if you've been backstabbed, even if somebody been pouring salt on your name, even if you've been downplayed, even if things went left and you feel like they ain't been going right, redirect your focus. It's something for you to pay attention to other than the pain. Don't look back, look forward. So even if you fall, it can't stop you. Even if you down, it can't stop you. So everything is fine. Everything is fine. So everything is cool. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Look. So three of cups. So you and your girls, right? So 3 of cups. This looking like, hey, this is for one, it's talking about pleasure, it's talking about fun, it's talking about relationships. So what this card is saying that today you're supposed to celebrate how far you have came. Really, you need to really celebrate all of the beautiful people that God has put into your life, because that's the real value. The real value is also within the blessings and everything that's about to take place in your world, but it's also within the small things, because remember, the small things are the big things, right? So look, pull another card. So the answers you need is coming. So somebody probably been waiting on the answers. Somebody been looking for clarity. You could have even been thinking about going out of state. You could have been thinking about traveling. You could have been waiting up on a phone call. You could be waiting on approval of some sort. You could be waiting to see your child. You could be waiting for a check. You could be waiting for multiple different things. You can be waiting for something to come through the mail, but it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a spiritual download. It can be a solution. It could be money on how you're going to pay this or pay that. But the answers you need is coming. The money you need is coming. The money, the blessings you need is coming. So, okay, that's key. That's one card. So let's see what's next, y'all. So, the end of a tough cycle approaches. I ain't saw this card in a long time. Full moon in Capricorn. So this is the end of a tough cycle. So like if you've been struggling when it comes to hard work, or if you've been struggling, if you feel like you haven't been having the discipline, the time, the energy to do the things that you've been wanting to do or wanting to accomplish, or if you've been feeling like you haven't been having a drive to accomplish all of the different things that you know that you need to accomplish, oh yeah, it's a new shift. So just expect to have more energy than usual. Just expect to have the drive, to have the mindset, to have the new experiences to propel you upward to a higher frequency. But remember, this is the end of a certain cycle of you not being real with yourself, or you not being real with the people around you. So when you're talking about your outside personality, your outside persona, but then you have this serious minded, this mean boss energy, this boss part of you that sits behind the scene and observes you experiencing the world. So like we can have multiple different versions of ourselves that exist on multiple different energetic frequencies, right? But we can wear many different personas, many different masks in order to navigate throughout this world in a magical way by creating our own fictional narrative, or us creating our own unique character within this world, or within our own myth. This is all about you creating your own myth. This is about your world. What is your story? How do you write the story? How does this world revolves? Does it revolves around you, or does it revolves around the world and then you? Like, what is it? Like, you have to be clear within your mind, but within yourself before you go throughout the day. You want to already pre-establish your thinking and pre-establish what kind of mindset or image of yourself that you want to project onto the world around you, so that you can magnetize and pull in the world that you want to experience around you. So the next card: don't let your past hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Stop fucking playing small. Why you always thinking negative? Why you always doubting yourself? Why you always gotta think that you not as great as you are when you really great as fuck? You powerful as fuck. You more powerful than me in many ways. I ain't shit. I just got a piece of the puzzle. You got a lot of shit to teach the planet. You got a lot of shit to teach me. You and your loved ones are safe. So I don't know who been worrying. It can be something with your child. It can be something with the other parent. It can be something with you missing your child, you not seeing your child. It can be many different things with your child. It can be even you having to work, your child at daycare, your child at somebody else's crib. You feeling like you're not able to spend enough time with your child because you need time for you. You need time to focus on your mission, your vision. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel bad. This is only temporary. It's only temporary. It's all going to work out. It's all going to flow and work out in your favor. So just be patient. Just trust. You and your loved ones are safe. So if it's about the money, if it's about the finances, if it's about the new house, the new car, if it's about more security, if it's about more stability, don't worry. To worry is to lack trust in God, but trust and have a positive future expectation, and trust and believe and execute positive thinking by believing and projecting a positive expectation into the future. This is confirmation. God is telling me to tell you that you're a blessing to you, but you're a blessing to your kids, and your kids are blessed by you and blessed by God. You and your loved ones are safe. So you and your loved ones are safe. So you and your kids, so whether if you been having time away from your kids, or whether or not you haven't been having the energy or the mindset to really give them the love that you prefer, don't beat yourself up. It's only temporary. You and your loved ones are safe. So God, the heavens are making sure, the heavens are arranging things so you can be closer towards your kids psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and also spiritually. So God is making things take place for you and not against you. So don't think less. Don't think against yourself. Don't think small of yourself. Don't think on a low vibrational plane, but upgrade your point of view. Okay? That's one card. So what is it that you need to release? Hold on 1 second. So what is it that you need to release? I just had to spit. I needed to release too, right? But what is it that you've been eating? What is it that, and see, it's so synchronistic, because like when you're a psychic, you pull cards, but you give yourself readings. And the card speaks to you, but it also speaks to the other person at different times, right? But what do you need to release? What habits? What is it that you've been eating that you don't usually eat? I've been eating a lot of shit I usually don't eat. People be like, your skin's shining. I'd be like, well, shit, my shit could be shining more. Not even my skin can be glowing more. But you know what? I have to be more dedicated. I have to release certain habits. I have to release certain outdated patterns. And certain things I know that's below me. It's a lot of things I know that's below me. The me where I'm going, the me where I was like, I've been going backwards in certain ways. You've been going backwards in certain ways. So you really want to look at how you've been going backwards in certain ways, and you really want to stop justifying it because you so powerful, because you so intelligent. Like, be even more powerful, be even more intelligent, be even more wise by really releasing the shit you know you need to release. So follow that higher part of you, your higher wisdom. Your higher self is giving you the greatest wisdom or the greatest approach to take for you to get to that goal. You know, what if I live my whole life and I accomplished so much, but I still look at myself like I didn't really see how hard I can go? Like, I be thinking about shit like that. You know, I be thinking like, what if I never get to give my book? Or what if I never get to give certain things the time and the energy that I feel like it really, really deserves? It really, really deserves. Now, I'm going to tell you this. No matter what takes place in my world, no matter what takes place in my life, I'm going to figure out how to create multiple different solutions around the situation, because it's never about the situation. It's more so, how do you contextualize your point of view surrounding the occurrence or the event or the situation or the scenario in particular. So when you position yourself and you look at things from a different angle, then you're able to look at that one situation from multiple different parts of you, and you're able to utilize your critical thinking. And critical thinking is the detailed analyzation of a selective amount of thoughts or a selective amount of ideas, and then you analyzing and you choosing the most effective concepts and ideas in order for you to create a greater point of view on how to move forward effectively, and so you can adapt to the situation in the most efficient, effective way. So I just want to ask, what do you need to release? So just release that habit. It's an addiction. At this point, it's less and less and less and less of an addiction, but it's still something that's holding it's an energetic blockage to your spiritual upgrade. See, your money is connected to your energy. Your money is connected to what you eat. Your money is connected to what you don't eat, or what you don't think, or what you do think, or what you do eat. But your money, your blessings, your experiences, your confidence, your self-love is connected to those habits that you must release. So be fully dedicated towards what you need to be fully dedicated towards, okay? So that's one card, right? So let's see what we got in store. Let me see. Give thanks. Ashe. What's the word? So let me see. 4 cups, over it. So it's something you can be over. Like, I feel like it's somebody that's trying to give you something and they keep taking it away. So every time you reach for it, it's like they take it. And then you get closer towards it. You think you finna get it, and then they take it again, and you get closer to it, and then they take it again, and you feel like you're getting closer, and then they take it again. Stop letting people play with you. Get over it. You see her shirt, her sweater? It say over it. Get over it. Let go of the fucking past and remember that you are all you need. You're trying to look back and get this one thing from this person. But if you really stop focusing on that past and you look in front of you, you have everything that you need and then some. But if you still playing around with yourself and you're not over it, then you still mad. You still mad and you still tripping because that person ain't gave you what they said they was going to give you. So it's like you don't even see all of them. They not even showing you their whole true self. They not even giving you the full truth. They not even showing you who they truly are. They're just giving you a limited reflection of who they are. They're only showing you a limited part of who they are. So they're trying to give you something, but every time you get closer towards it, they take it from you. You get a little bit closer, they take it even more. So don't look back. This card is trying to tell you that you have all of the love that you need. You have all of the different. See, you so chosen. God sent you so many different signs through numbers, through birds, through animals, through insects, through people, through conversations, through music, through TV, through memes, through Facebook. So many different ways. God has multiple different ways of showing you that you have everything you need. But if you steady looking back and you're not over it, then you're being attached to one thing. When really, if you block out the past and you focus on what's in front of you, then you realize that you have